So today I am going to make a sensory container with you, a sensory bottle or a calm down bottle. These are great to have around to help kids calm themselves down. What they do is they learn to focus on the movement that's happening inside the jar or the bottle, and it helps them to calm down, to pay attention to what's going on, to refocus and regroup. And overall, it helps change the mood that they're in. So they've been proven to be pretty helpful in stressful times. Today, I'm going to show you how to make one. They're super simple. You only need a couple objects. You need some vegetable oil or cooking oil. You need some water. And you need a jar with a lid or a bottle with a closable top. Preferably, if it's for a kid, the best bet would be a plastic container. I'm going to choose to do it in a mason jar for myself because it's bigger and I can show you more of the movement than I would in this tiny bottle. But it just needs to have a closable lid. So first things first is you're going to take your container and you're going to put water in it. I would say about 2/3 full. That's about good. So I filled up my container. We'll turn this down a little bit. And I'm going to change the color of my water. So I have some green food coloring that I'm going to put a couple dots in. So it will make it a green. And I am just going to put the cover on and give it a swirl so it will change the color all the way through. Then the next step is to use your cooking oil. I already poured it in a mason jar. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it on top of the water. The oil and the water is not going to mix very well. So you're going to see that happening inside the jar. See how it starts to bubble and it all goes to the top. So I'm going to put a good amount of oil in just so you can see how it separates the top from the bottom. I'm not going to fill it all the way because I do want to be able to turn it upside down and for it to be able to move to see. So I'm just going to put a little more and call it good. So there is my sensory bottle, my sensory jar. If I want to turn this upside down, I can see there's a glare. There's big bubbles popping up coming from the bottom. There's the oil on the top. There's the green water down on the bottom. And every so often I can watch the bubbles release from the sides and then they pop up and go and join the oil at the top. And I can do it again and see. If I was a child in a stressful moment, I would be able to have this and watch the bubbles. It would eventually calm me down. It would make me focus on the movement inside the jar because there is a movement. It's going from the bottom to the top. There's a change. There's some objects and different shapes happening. So I could focus on the large bubbles. I could also look at the small bubbles. And you can see it popping up on the bottom. You can also add different objects into your home to add some more motion. You could add glitter to make it more of a glittery color. You could add beads or any type of small objects to put in here to watch the movement and to change. So to test out, I have some gems that I'm going to test. I'm going to put them in and see if there is a movement. I know how it reacts when it's in water, but I wonder if it will change when it's in the oil. So they just drop. But when I put them down, the oil is actually going and making a motion as well. So it's making a downward motion. I'm going to put these a couple more in. And it's making a ripple effect in the oil when the gem passes through the oil into the water. Put my container back on. And then I can also watch those move. And it changes the motion of the water and the oil. I can shake it up. As a kid, if I was frustrated and it was in a bottle, I could shake it up and see how it all mixes. But slowly, it's all starting to separate. So the oil is going to the top, and the little tiny particles of oil that are on the bottom are spinning and glowing back up to the oil. So I could focus on this and watch the change. And it still works either way. Look at all those bubbles. So I challenge you to sit down and create your own calm down bottle with your children. And in a time of need, if they need to calm themselves down, this is a tool that we use in the classroom that they can actually go get themselves and know that it's time for them to take a break and relax and to calm down before moving on. And they actually can use this as a tool while at home to help. I hope this was helpful and it works out for you guys. Bye.